better than contemplating. Okay. And we are live. Hello, hello. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, how do I open this up already? First of all, hi, hello, my name is Valhalla. I guess we could do this and then do Chlorand. Let's just fly from the Jade Chamber. I wonder if it's a problem if I just don't play the game from the start for my first stream. I'm sure nobody's gonna mind. The Teyvat does look very nice from a bird's eye view. The Jade Chamber. I used to play this on mobile. And it would take me a little bit to load in because, like, it couldn't quite handle Genshin at the highest setting, so I had to do, like, 30 FPS at best, and the, like, medium graphics settings. It wasn't ideal, but it was good. It was good. Should I read this aloud? Oh gosh. The chiseled face as though a classical sculpture come to life in an unrivaled aura that surpasses common folk. You must be the Commander Kaine of whom the rumors speak, no? Your reputation precedes you. I was just thinking of entrusting the Adventurers Guild with sending you a letter, extending an invitation to you to join our meeting, but you somehow seem to have foreseen this. Join what meeting now? You're being so formal. It feels like you're treating Kaine as some kind of super professional warrior. I would have started streaming this when we had the Arataki Ito event, but I don't think anybody would be inclined to see me raging for my first stream. Let me turn the TV off. I don't need that on when I'm streaming. Oh, but you have been far more than mere warriors. You have crossed blades with countless monsters and formidable foes during your journey across 5 nations, and your exploits have been painstakingly recorded and repeatedly analyzed by the armed forces of each nation. Whether the Knights of Favonius, Millelith, Shogunate Samurai, Corps of 30, or Maison Gardiennage, each and every one of the armed services has given nothing but the very highest of marks to your compatibilities and stratagems. Kaine has the capability to lead from the front or command from the rear. If possible, active cooperation must be established with her. Therefore, I, Staff Officer Su Ding of the Millelith, hereby formally invite you to participate in the war game of 5 armies and assume the post of senior consultant therein. What say you to this proposal? The remuneration package for senior consultants is quite considerable, and their total daily compensation for the duration of the event will be on par with that of a Millelith sergeant. That's the Millelith for you, straight to the point. A sergeant's pay, eh? Now that sounds tempting. But we don't know anything about wargaming. Do not be concerned about that. I shall now present a detailed introduction of the event for your benefit. I almost read that wrong because I'm reading so fast. As you have seen, large numbers of monsters still roam the wilderness of Teyvat, and they cannot be eradicated in any sort of short time frame. In order to effectively deal with the monster threat, the armed services of our neighboring nations are compiling intel regarding commonly encountered monsters, seeking to analyze the threat they pose and share knowledge amongst ourselves. To this end, the Millilith General Staff has created tabletop game pieces based on all kinds of monsters in order to simulate hostile confrontations, and from this, analyze their combat capabilities to the best of our ability. For this iteration of the war game, we've invited members serving in various combat units to utilize their own radically different mindsets and perspectives to control the game pieces, finding the optimal method to suppress the monster threat. I feel like I have to read like this so this isn't boring. And as you are not a part of any of the armies, and are a rare tactical genius, you can provide an especially valuable analytical angle, greatly increasing the scope and efficiency of our wargame. So, like, is this going to be based off of D&D or Warhammer? Because I don't know anything about Warhammer. Paimon thinks she gets it. So you guys are having a meeting to discuss the most convenient and safest way to deal with monsters? Now you're talking Paimon's language. After all, we got first-hand experience dealing with the dangerous baddies from all over, and we've also played lots of chess-like board games before. Okay, so this is probably Warhammer. If we can help a bunch of countries keep the peace just by playing games like we did before, and we also get a pile of morale while we're at it, does that count as a whole flock of birds with one stone? Casually game some more, save the day. That is precisely the enthusiasm, the ability to calmly rise to any challenge, displaying your awesome skills in solving crises so easily and naturally as breathing. The board is ready, and we can begin the simulation at any time. Let us witness the unique strategic prowess possessed only by a genius commander such as yourself. Help me, please. Okay, it's over. Thank goodness. Oh, that is sick. Assault scenario, defense scenario. Chat, which one should we do? Okay. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, okay. Okay, they're two different things. Okay. I thought that we were just going to be like picking a team or something. Good to know that's not how that is. Okay. Let me just wet my whistle a little bit. Strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper is an absolute blessing. After selecting a combat unit, it can be deployed within your space's staging area. When you are selecting combat units, you can jump to cancel your selection. After combat units have been deployed, they will automatically engage the enemy. Leadership skill usages will be replenished over time and may have up to 2 usages at once. Tap to use the skill immediately or hold to aim the skill. While aiming, sprint or jump to cancel using it. Different types of combat units suppress other types of units. AoE damage units have a significant advantage against squad units. At the same time, melee units suppress ranged units. Ranged units suppress flying units, and flying units suppress melee units. Okay. Melee units are more resilient in battle, able to absorb more damage and protect other units to an extent. Okay. Hi. What is up, homies? Oh, what? Oh, that's what a system looks like. Okay. Excuse me. I apologize. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, sorry, that's a habit. No! Because I'm a legend. I say as one of my units dies again.
We'll meet again.
Okay, so it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule monsters, just without the whole... You know, without the... Without the... something. Okay, now that I know how the game works.
Let's end this now. Let's end this now. To the ferry. We'll meet again.
Did you just say your mom? Samachurl? There's also gonna be a coconut flavor of Dr. Pepper that honestly I'm stoked to try. Okay, so I can only do 3 at a time. Hookie! I like you. I'll bring you along. Oh, one of our other friends. Let's bring the... Well, I need to bring flying. So let's bring one, our sea scene pal. And I hated coconut as a kid. Like, I just couldn't stand it. Like, it was... Like, to me, it's crap. Do not try it. I don't give a dang. How does that work?
And you.
Go, my friends!
Let's end this now. End you. Let's end this now.
Alright. Yeah, I can totally do this. Oh, I don't mean to. I'm sorry, I haven't been reading chat. Pretty for boot camp. I'm gonna assume that means you're... You can't, you gotta lay off the soda, else you're not gonna look pretty for boot camp. Hey friends. That was pretty significant damage. Oh, okay. Prepping. Well, I hope boot camp goes well.
Let's end this now. We'll meet again. Let's end this now.
These Eremite guys are honestly hot.
Where's the treasure?
Where's the treasure? Honestly, keep pretty. Come on, man. Whee! I just got a drop. Don't know what that means. Oh.
Perfect distance. Going somewhere?
Support beacon.
perfect distance.
Yep, I just got a drop. That's pretty cool.
Going somewhere? The perfect distance. Try. Try. Fall before me. Cut down. Going somewhere?
We can totally do this.
Fall before me. Fall before me. Fall before me. Ha!
Hee hee.
Try. Try. Fall before me. Fall before me.
Fall before me. It's like Xenoblade Chronicles with the consistent voice lines. And as
Cut down.
which I would say makes the game pretty notorious. Ugh, that doesn't look good. Ooh. Excuse me. All right.
Perfect distance.
Rude.
To the very. Cut down. Like this.
Oh, I can see the defense level on the top left. Okay. That makes sense. On the right. probably need to be more strategic about all this. That's killing me not to be able to attack. And I have done... Yeah. I have a feeling that it's gonna get harder, so we're not gonna put all our eggs in one basket. Woohoo! I already got my rewards. Yeah. Need the missions on Twitch and obtain the following rewards. Don't forget to collect them. That's pretty neat, honestly. Analysis progress. Ooh, I already get the weapon. Cloud Forged. After elemental energy is decreased, the equipping and character's elemental mastery will increase by 40. Who could use that, though, is my question. Oh yeah, Layla. She's so cute! Oh yeah. Look. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's actually get going. Yay! I can plin plon in Genshin. That's still that's great. I'm so happy. I had to look up how, but I did it because my rhythm's always off. I keep wanting to hit the shift button when I do that. I've been playing Mua for hours. Hello, good sir. Yong. Okay, do I have any artifacts I can turn over? Need do my one missing resin because I had 4. Doing this for Xianyun. Close but no cigar. Gosh, it's getting dark in here. I gotta turn on my lamp. Okay. But it smells nice. Ugh. Wait, Granny actually says something really funny. Oh, children love them. Intricate things they are. I've got toys for adults too, if you like. Adult toys? Sorry, I should have been more specific. Some toys need adult supervision. Kites, for example. Come war and famine, or the peace and prosperity we know today, happiness is always something worth striving for, don't you think? I love that even the Traveler has moments where they're like, huh? I should probably drop by the Adventurers Guild. Hi, Lon. Are you gonna become a Neon?
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Thank you kindly. So I guess we'll just do some stuff around. Did I already do the 20 meals? Okay, I need to do another floor in the Spiral Abyss. Two TCG duels. Ugh. I hate that because I really honestly am not very good at TCG. Everyone else's patience wins leagues over my more aggressive strategies. I am simply Big Bird go boom. Still not sure what I'm doing. That's the fun of it, honestly. So we're just gonna go around. We might do Chlorand's quest. Chlorand. I'm from the south. Okay, Numa. I have Navia, so this will be great. Takes increased damage from catalyst wielding characters. Well, I don't have mains that have catalysts. Well, I have Wanderer. Actually, wait. Need to get more of these. Oh, I can. Let's do that since we don't have the timer going. Huh? Did I get another drop? Oh, I did. I got another drop. That is so cool. Is it like a thank you for streaming the game kind of thing? Because I'm actually very happy about that. It's like a way of saying thanks. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. And you've probably noticed I do not have...
A pleasure to be working with you.
What was I gonna say? Beats me, so probably wasn't too... Didn't have a lot of substance, if you know.
Everybody stand back! Illusion shattered! Whirling snow! Fellow warfare, I guess! Teamwork is dreamwork! Kamisato art! Sometsu! Fire! Well, it's not. Hey there! Take flight! Coming at you!
Do I got a great Navia or what? Even with this greatsword. Okay, how many of those teeth do I have? I've got a couple. Let's go ahead and... It does look pretty good with him, I will say. Boop! That is my son, everybody. He's got a lot of angst. He's very grouchy. But he is my son. That's my pal. Boom.
Whirling snow! A proper send-off from Destino with love. Fellow warfare, I guess. Sakura swirl! Fellow warfare, I guess. My apologies. There is no escape. Going in.
Bangawoo to you too, funky little mage. I hate your guts. And that's exactly why.
Hey there. Hiya.
Yeah, the Mondstadt domains, I should address this. They're really not very friendly to me. I'm very bad at them, which I know is my own fault. But let me be Delulu. And say that I am not bad at the game. So, chap, did you have a name for the Wanderer? Do you have Wanderer? What did you name him?
Feeling lucky? Feeling lucky? Take flight. Teamwork is great.
A 100k damage. Quantil. What? I'm not gonna. No. 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 No, no. No, 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 no. Behave. Who was streaming before, or did somebody change their... Oh yeah, I gotta do the converter thing. You know, the thing. That thing. That thing. The paramedic transformer. Oh my gosh.
There is no escape. Let's light it up.
I had to slow that down because I kept triggering sticky keys. Awoo! Awoo! Wonder what's so interesting over there. Let's go get more ores. I do like Mondstadt. I think I keep hitting the wrong keys. Not like I'm gonna be in combat for right this second. But that's annoying. Oh. Thank you, cannons. Da 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 da. Don't know if I have enough to forge the ores that I want to forge, so we're gonna scour the land. I need to adjust this a little bit. Because every time I find myself going the wrong way, not because something's wrong with me or something, but just simply because I have no sense of direction. I was about to say I'm very stupid, but that is not true. We're gonna delete that, and we're gonna make sure I'm right here. Yes, I am.
Glasses are great at keeping the sand out of your eyes so you can see your way. Except at night. Then you can't see anything at all.
I love Navia. I don't think the game volume is up as much as it should be. Alright. Even the deserts in Sumeru are just so lovely. Pretty much every single nation has its perks. I am a bit biased towards Inazuma because I'm gonna be honest, chat, I hate the well, hate is a very powerful word. I thoroughly dislike A. You know, the Electro Archon. Really only works so well on the battlefield. Really should not be ruling a country. It's like, I get that she was in a lot of grief because she lost her sister. But also, she wasn't the only one suffering. And after the cataclysm in Kanria, that's when her people needed her basically the most. And she's like, no. I'm gonna shut myself away and leave a dictator puppet to do the governing for me. And didn't even really apologize. She acknowledges her misgivings. That's one thing. But another is to just not apologize. And I get people are like, well, actions... Her doing more for Inazuma means more than just an apology, but an apology, especially when backed up by all that hard work, would mean a lot. Especially to Toma, because we saved Toma from having his vision stolen. But maybe I'm too hard on her, but I would have gladly fought her with my fists. Just for that. I would have died, believe me. That's just me, though. So, no, I would not really want to live in Inazuma. Even after the decrees were abolished. Hello, Healy Churl. Okay, I can make 2 more of these resin. I get sidetracked a lot, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. spiffy. I don't blame you. I'm salty about my family not getting proper jobs. Let's hop into the spiral abyss real quick and clear a floor so that we can get 3 more stars. And have you guys seen the the Arthur series of oh my gosh, what is it called? It's the problem. You've got to be kidding. Have you seen that series? Because I love the progression from weird and quirky to outright disturbing. I'm sorry, I had to look that one up because I was like, wait, I can't be that dumb. Yes, queen.
Strike is one.
Adept back.
Shine down.
Cascade.
What did he say?
One with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Watch out. Tap. Feeling lucky? Ha.
Okay, that is what we were here for. Let's leave. I know you guys probably want to see me get all the way to floor 12, but I don't feel like hating life tonight. Oh yeah, that's right. That's how that works. Oh well, I can easily do that again. It's not a big deal. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, I just ate before I did this. You are so pretty. Like, so pretty. delightful. Well, at least it's a good amount of crit damage. I forget what she makes with this thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm still working on her, guys. And I don't have a weapon. I hope don't spend money on this game. Unless, like, for the BP and the Welkin. That's what I spend money on. I don't like whale or anything. That just doesn't seem right. And it's not like I have the income to do that anyhow. What was I doing again? Ah. I'm forgetting things way too fast, guys. I kind of scare myself. Ah. So your girl's kind of a dummy. Yeah, that's a... Yeah, that... Yeah. I just realized I got distracted again. Where is the... That's weapon... Okay. Okay, I do not have any... So let's go find some Samatrils to hunt.
Ancient alchemy truly is
Welcome. How can I help you? Hey there!
Oh. Hello. Yeah, sure, I can let someone in. Hey!
standing around.
It's Rasley. Yay! Okay, I got another drop. Oh man, that is a hard one. I prefer to treat games as like their own thing. So like I don't like to say which ones I like better because I do appreciate them individually. So it's not a very fair statement to say I like this over this game. But even unless it's like talking in like the actual game's quality, which case it is hard to judge because
Love Spina di Rosula's logo.
one sec. Because I feel like it's not as fair. Anyway. But if you want... But if, like... which game I enjoy more, then I would say Honkai Star Rail.
Oh.
Because, like, I love the absolute goblin energy that the, the Trailblazer has. I think they're just such a delight. There you are. So to round all that together, Honkai Star Rail's the ultimate answer. Oh yeah, he's almost dead.
Squall and Fury. The wind rises. Bow your head.
Aw, man. I haven't gotten around to checking out Helldivers 2 yet, but I hear it is really good, and my buddies Missile and Sarin play it, so I may have to nab it and try it out. Okay, it does count. Okay, let's stop being dumb. Please stop vibrating. Milk. Ruined drakes. Armored crabs. And that boy is over by the square. Hey, Eugenie. I do like when game communities are genuinely wholesome and friendly. That really should be everywhere.
No way.
But it's not, and that is why I am not going to be playing games like Valorant and Overwatch. I don't have the energy to deal with that constantly. So I will not. And I will not be playing League of Legends because I have dignity. Hello, child. You want milk? I got milk. I got plenty of milk for you, kid. Also, it's kind of weird that the hotkey for the quests is J instead of Q. Because I keep wanting to hit Q for quests because that makes sense, right? But somehow it don't.
Witness my magnificence! Let the world collide! Watch out! Hiya! Coming at ya! Fire! Well, withdraw. Cha! Ha-ha! Fellow warfare, I guess! Hey there!
Ta-da! Cecilio. Rawr!
Strike a pose! Watch out!
Hee hee hee. Do people still watch Resident Evil Village streams? Because I've been thinking about playing Village. That's 7 too. I might play 7. Shadows of Rose is iffy because, oh boy. The frickin' Dementors, I'm gonna call them. It's just horrifying. But I know that's the point. But holy cow. When they want to get you, they will get you. Body horror and analog horror probably gets me the worst.
There is no escape.
Thank you, Fiorina. But I'm also very aware of the internet's ability to bully companies and movie studios to do what they want. Because I don't really remember the shebang that happened with Helldivers 2 with Sony and Steam. But holy cow, there was a mess and I did not know what on earth was going on, but I was there for the chaos. You know, because I'm kind of a nerd. And kind of a goblin if we're thinking about it. Which may explain why I do not have any friends. Let's see what the challenges are in TCG. And then we're gonna go ahead and do Cloran's quest.
Meow.
Yep, sure. Let's give it a try. Let's give it an old, honest try.
As per our contract.
Can you? Ouchie. Yeah, I'm not good at this at all. This is a sucky hand. Klee. Oh my gosh, Klee is so cute. Okay, delightful.
Dumpty dumpty go! Foxy, wow!
I'm gonna lose Klee this round, aren't I? Okay, whew. Ouch. Dadgummit. That's fine. Don't worry, we're fine. Ouch.
Glaze over.
Okay, come on.
My contract goes unfulfilled.
That's fine. Ow. I just need to call an attack and I've won. Thwack. That's very normal for me, by the way. Which probably means I need to figure out my deck more, but honestly... I don't have the patience to figure out a new deck and strategy. You could probably figure out why I'm bad at TCG.
Clee can help.
Klee has zero right to be as cute as she is. Oh my gosh. Whoever told her to be so cute should get arrested. Cause oh my gosh, she is adorable. I love her. She is the cutest thing! Dong. I'm sorry, Klee. Unless I get supremely unlucky, I think I got this.
What are my orders?
To live well and have a beautiful day. Ow.
My contract goes unfulfilled.
Yeah, I need to figure out something to do. I got you, though. This is probably really painful to watch. Awesome. And once again, all I need to do is call an attack. Boom! Yeah, I suck at this game. Okay. The blacksmith is this way. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Basically the only way to mute Paimon is just to turn the voice off.
My strength still fails me.
You can never get rid of Paimon. Which is a crying shame.
Hard work is all there is to the craft.
Ah, Furina. I'm gonna make everyone angry. Yep. What, your worst nightmare is not your drill sergeant? Gosh, she's so cool.
Take your pick. You'll find
If I could just... If I could just poof desserts into existence like that, I would be so fat. Okay, let's say hello.
Huh? Do you also see Navia and Clorand over there?
Clorand.
They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on.
They can't find anyone to sign their marriage license. That's what the problem is.
Still no dice?
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court of Fontaine already. Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end. And Fremine, he hid himself under his helmet as soon as he realized there'd be people around that he didn't know.
What about Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both of them would be more than up to it.
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right now. I just gave the members of the Spina a few days off, too, so I don't want to bother them either.
This is getting pretty difficult.
Nadia, Cloran, what's up? Oh my. Well, if it isn't my dear partners, how are you all doing?
Huh. Navia?
Oh, the way Cloran kind of glances.
Oh, you mean...
Yep, this is our chance.
Do you need our help with something? Oh, precisely. My dear partners, we've got a huge problem right now that only you can solve. Whoa, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day? Marechaussee what now?
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe, a local roleplay adventure club.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe? They put out games that allow you to participate in a story and roleplay characters with your friends. Oh, I've loved their stuff ever since I was a kid. That sounds super interesting. Clorand and I are both veteran members of the club. Recently, someone came up with a new script and was looking for people to help playtest it for them. And when they asked, of course I couldn't refuse. I mean, come on, a brand new script? Nobody has ever played it before.
Generally speaking, scripts at that level of development have a lot of issues, but I think this one is pretty solid. The author obviously put a lot of work into the story, and the world building is also quite credible.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I know I was the one that handed you the script, but some of us haven't read it yet. No spoilers, please.
Anyway, the script calls for a team of 4. Ah, yes. We're missing one final player right now.
Oh.
So, you're saying you'll help us out? I knew I could count on you, partner. Paimon and the Traveler are kind of a package deal. Is that okay?
I hope that one of
That's not
them
a problem.
does just
I'll
feed your
adjust the pace
nightmares.
based on the actual number of
Mostly
players,
because
and
you're
ensure that
driving me
everyone
nuts
has a
with the
good
way
time.
you're misspelling
Well, Traveler,
Paimon.
what do you think? Wanna play? Paimon will follow your lead.
Well, that solves our problem. You have our thanks.
Woohoo! I'll go grab the script manager from the club right away. The script manager? Didn't you just say that you gave Cloran the script?
The club introduced a completely new kind of gameplay for the script. In this iteration, the Game Master's version of the script is incomplete. The script manager provides the next part of the script only after players have completed the current list of objectives. On top of that, in order to increase player immersion, the club has created some of the story's sets and scenes in real life. We'll only know where we should go once the script manager reveals the starting location.
Wow, you're right. Whoever wrote this script really did put in a lot of work. And it's got a real healthy amount of suspense, right? I mean, even the GM doesn't know how the story will end.
I look forward to experiencing
You ate too
it
many
if you
what
want.
now?
Why don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at Chiorio Boutique. I'll come over with the script manager as soon as I find them.
Sounds good. Remember to always watch where you're going, and don't rush.
You say that like I'm 6 years old or something. Let me think. What kind of character should I play this time?
I just hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time. Oh, and stop trying to persuade every animal you come across.
Well, I've seen like the canned crayons. Look at these dignified dogs. Like, is that dog wearing a monocle? Oh my gosh, the dog is wearing a monocle. Oh my gosh, look how dainty.
I've already put in my reservation in advance.
Oh. Lene and Farina!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you're back! Huh? And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you too!
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the tabletop troupe?
I'm more of a casual member if anything. I haven't taken part in many formal club activities. Lynette, Fremine, and I play something similar at the Hotel Booth Tété sometimes, but I'm usually the GM. Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Clarion simply woke me up first thing this morning, said there was a good script worth experiencing, and asked if I wanted in.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral. That should give you a 40% discount on membership fees.
I think I'll wait to see how this experience plays out first, especially when it comes to the quality of the script. If it's sufficiently fun, then I'll join.
Do you participate
I love
in a lot of
Fiorina.
tabletop troupe
Like,
activities?
Fiorina's so weird.
You could say that. She's actually one of the few senior game masters of the troupe.
Ah, right. I knew about that even when she was still my subordinate.
It's nothing. Really, just a small hobby of mine.
Quit being so
I was
modest.
so used to seeing you be all upstanding and intimidating as the champion duelist. It's kind of hard to imagine you role-playing with a bunch of friends.
Surely you jest. I would never intentionally make things difficult for my players. I maintain a clear boundary between my professional and personal lives. The me you see at court represents the law and order of Fontaine. I put all personal feelings to the side, and grant a fair duel to all who seek to defend their honor. But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person. Someone who feels anger and sadness, just like everyone else.
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry. I've seen you get angry, sure, but now I'm wondering whether you were actually mad or if it just looked that way from the outside.
I was probably in work mode during those times.
Is that so? Well, in any case, I just feel like even in your personal life, you don't get emotional very often.
So you want to see me cry? That might be a little difficult. A show of anger, though, that might be something I could accomplish.
No, that's not what I meant. Ah, I'm back! Here, allow me to introduce you to the script manager, Mr. Florian.
Hello, sir.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Hello. Wait, are you a champion duelist too, Mr.
Nah, he's
Florian?
role-playing.
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the club. I occasionally play a few of the roles in my scripts.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief introduction of the script. This script was adapted from the real history of the Marechaussee Hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Paimon's not super familiar with the history of the Marechaussee Hunters. Is that a problem?
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown. So, basically, Marashose hunters were people who dedicated themselves to hunting monsters and protecting the city by using a special swordsmanship technique passed down over generations. Their story can be traced back to the ancient Remurian dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodor. But I'll leave the finer details for you to seek out and discover later.
Mm-hmm. And I'll provide additional commentary as the story progresses.
In that case, brave hunters, are you ready to set out on an unknown adventure?
Whoa, just one sentence and it's like we're in the story already!
Aha, I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well, head over to this location and begin your heroic journey.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative. What does the message in the envelope say?
It's the exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission to use the venue. Huh, seems like they have everything prepared. Please check all your belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Once you're ready, please follow me to the designated location.
Sounds good! Hunter Squad, move out!
Oh yeah, I got another drop. I'm gonna get Prima Gems in like 21 minutes. But Farina, thank you. I'm gonna take a break for a minute. During which I might, I don't know. I'll see what I do. Enjoy.
For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance.
connection with things.
They have. In fact, I've already put in my order. They really are incredible.
Welcome to Cheerio Boutique. For tailoring services, please make a reservation in advance.
They have. In fact, I've already put in my order. They really are incredible.
Okay, here I am. I went to get a drink and then had some other stuff I needed to do. Okay. Let my heart bravely spread the wings, soar past the night, embrace the bright moonlight. I dream. This game is so pretty. I still can't get over the fact that it's so pretty. Like, I'm still not used to playing this on a PC. I've played this on my phone with such crafty graphics before I got this PC. And I've been playing it since 2020. Like,
They really have thought of everything.
I believe
Even
past
the
Eula's
Fatometer is
banner.
here and ready to go for us.
The Fatometer. What's that?
It's a card that's used to determine action success or failure. We'll need to use it when we try to use certain skills.
Okay, so exactly like
And
D&D.
what about all the dessert and tea? Is that for us as well?
That's what the message said.
Oh, really? That's so nice. It feels just like a tea party with friends. Those snacks have Paimon's name written all over them.
I think you might be more of a snack hunter than a Marashose hunter, Paimon.
Yeah.
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one.
Yep.
The desserts are great, but I'm still looking forward to the story more than anything.
Very fair. Then, let us begin. First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of you and write down your name and profession. You can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. In this story, everyone is a Marashose hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared a small badge for everyone.
Ooh, nice.
As hunters, you have proficiency in swordsmanship and fighting by default, so there's no need to allocate any additional skill points to those areas.
Swordsmanship? So there's a fighting part to all of this? Paimon's not sure she can do all that on her own. Maybe Paimon can just stick with you?
Why don't you share a character card then? The Traveler will be the Marashose hunter, and you can be her little floating assistant.
Huh. Kinda like in real life.
Yeah.
So, for the name, do I fill it out with the name of my character?
Yep, it can be any name you like.
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that whenever I get too lazy to think of a new name.
Or just name your character
Oh,
after spices.
So it would be
I mean,
like,
I would have
like
a wild mage
experiencing a
named
different
Parsley
life,
or something.
but still as yourself. That's not a bad idea.
In that case, I think I'll continue to use the name Linny then.
Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills. The more points you invest in a particular skill, the easier it will be to pass associated checks.
I'll take persuasion and investigation. Those are must-haves when it comes to missions like these.
Oh, those skills sound like they'd be useful for gathering intelligence. Good idea, Navia. Just as expected of a veteran player.
So, should we also take those skills then?
Not necessarily. Since we're working together as a team, we could leave the negotiations to Navia and use our skill points to pick up other useful skills. For example, I think I'll take stealth and sleight of hand. That will give us
sleight.
more options if we run into any situations we can't
I've
negotiate
been
our
saying
way
it
out
like
of.
slate all this time.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't thinking about it like that. I suppose it's not so different from an acting troupe. Everyone has their own role to play. Let me see. I'll take arts and performance. I'm not quite sure what use they'll be, but I'm not as knowledgeable about the other skills, and I am not too confident I'd be able to roleplay them well.
Well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn,
Yeah, I
Traveler?
love her. I love her.
Oh,
Insight.
something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts. Sounds useful. Ha! Gotta say, this suits you really well. Nothing boosts morale like good food. So what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these two skills? Sure, what do you want to learn?
Think.
Ooh, so you want to help people when they're injured. That's nice of you. Oh, something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts. Sounds useful.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn?
Let's see. Oh, looks like you each have enough points to choose one final skill.
You've all picked such classic skills. It's fine to go a little bit out of the box, you know.
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here. Summon. Doesn't it sound super mysterious and cool?
Oh, I saw that one just now as well. The description says, this skill can be used under certain circumstances to summon characters or creatures that fit the script's world-building rules.
The script's world-building rules, huh? But how are we supposed to know what a Marashose hunter can summon?
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn the skills that interest you, and the GM will take care of the rest.
All right, you've convinced Paimon. Let's learn summon then. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of thing shows up.
Well,
This
now
is
that
gonna
everyone's
be
more or
interesting.
less finished creating their characters, we can begin. Since two of our players are doing this for the first time, though, let me ask. Would you like to play on easy mode or authentic mode?
What's the difference between the two?
Well, in role-playing games, the story sometimes changes based on the decisions of the players and the results of the Fatometer. For example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill in that scenario. A critical failure may even result in further negative consequences. If you choose to play in authentic mode,
Like a flood.
every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the Fatometer to see whether you succeed or fail, and face any consequences that may follow. If you choose easy mode instead, every check will be successful by default, and you won't have to worry about luck playing a factor.
The random checks triggered by the Fatometer often serve as indicators for Destiny's course or the success or failure of an action. Press to draw a card and get a random number between 1 and 20. If the number displayed is greater than or equal to the check difficulty, you will pass this check. Otherwise, you will fail it. Players role-playing in the scene in the story can sometimes affect the results of checks. Your current check bonuses will be added to your randomly drawn number, making it easier to pass checks. In easy mode, all checks are considered successful by default.
Given that I'd like to focus on the story, I suppose I should pick easy mode. I'd feel bad if I brought the team down by failing my checks.
Aww.
Huh? Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. RNG is the lifeblood of role-playing games. I'm going with authentic mode for sure. Never knowing what you might have to overcome. Ugh, doesn't that sound exciting?
She's definitely a Baldur's Gate 3 player.
I'd rather be mentally prepared for what might happen.
All right, then I'll mark down Farina for easy mode. All her checks will be successful by default. As usual, Navia and Linny will play on authentic mode.
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
I'll pick easy
Are
mode.
you sure?
Mm-hmm. No need to worry about the pesky fatometer. Pretty good choice if you just want to relax and play the game.
That's how I do it
Honestly,
anyway.
I don't think Clorand would make things too difficult for us, no matter what the fatometer says. Isn't that right, Clorand?
No promises.
That wasn't super reassuring.
Well, anyway, enough talk. Let's get started. I want to experience at least a good chunk of the story today.
Speaking of the story, why is the beginning scene on a beach?
Well, that's because... a long time ago, back when human civilization was still in its infancy, powerful demons and evil sorcerers ruled over the land. They created a host of monsters and sent them to slaughter all humans
we need
in
this
existence.
as a skin for
Soon,
Clorand.
a group of human rebels banded together. With their swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness, and in doing so, subdue each and every monster that sought their destruction. They became known as the Marachose Hunters. Sometime later, as a member of the Marachose Hunters, you receive a commission. Following the address provided on the message, you take a boat and arrive at this strange city. As you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to survey your surroundings. There aren't many people in the vicinity, but you do take note of a few others who, like you, seem to be sizing up this place. Your eyes meet, and you realize these people are fellow Marachose hunters, likely led to this location after receiving the same commission as you.
You're all Marachose hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Navia, monster hunter by trade and helpful neighborhood businesswoman on the side. What say you to traveling together? We can help each other out on the road.
Okay, count me in. My name is Linny. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way.
Less than
I was
legal.
adopted by a Marachose hunter and later chose to follow in his footsteps.
Is this where you introduce your character to everyone? It sounds like they've done this dozens of times.
Aww.
My name is Farina, and, I grew up in a noble family. I always had a strong interest in performance and the arts. Even though I'm a Marachose hunter, what I really want is to be a performing artiste.
Hey, that's really cool. You can do it, Farina. That's exactly how it's done.
Come on, a good
Oh my
friend,
goodness,
and
that is
this
so
Marachose
cute.
hunter right here.
I've been studying medicine ever since I was a child. I want to do my part to eradicate these monsters and use what I've learned to heal others.
Oh, welcome, welcome. When we face the monsters, I'll make sure to charge in front to give everyone some cover. You can take care of the healing at the back.
You open your envelopes at the same time. The message reads, "To the honorable and trustworthy Marachose hunters, our kingdom is currently facing a grave crisis. The lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led astray by forces of wickedness. We beseech you, please help us resolve this crisis and return peace and stability to our home?
Huh. The layout of this city looks super familiar. It kind of reminds Paimon of Mondstadt.
Yeah, it is kind of like
The scriptwriter
Mondstadt.
must have used a real-world city as a reference when coming up with the map.
Mm-hmm.
As experienced hunters, the layout of the city reminds you of places once traveled. You recall the sight of tree-lined streets and the gentle tranquility of days gone by. Yet, as you regard the city in front of you, it appears to be
Wow.
little more than an empty shell. Its hollow gates are open to you, beckoning you to come forth and bring salvation back to the town.
I carefully read every line of the letter and turn my attention to the signatures at the bottom. Who issued this commission to us?
You see a long string of unfamiliar names.
I
It
would love
seem
to
that
try
many of the
D&D
residents of the
sometime. It
city
just
issued
seems
this
like it'd be
commission
so
together.
fun.
They sensed that things were not right within the kingdom and sent a distress signal to the outside world.
In that case, why don't we take a walk around the city and see if we can learn anything from the local residents?
Oh, good idea. We might be able to get some leads on the monsters and bad guys we're after.
You look up and see a tavern nearby. It appears to be open for the day.
Why don't we go check out that tavern? If the novels I've read are anything to go by, taverns are usually full of information.
Oh. Yeah, this is so Mondstadt.
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
As tavern folk are.
Greetings, friend. Lovely weather we're having today, don't you think?
Oh, hello. I suppose you're right. The weather today is quite lovely. If only those monsters out there would stop causing trouble.
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer. If we keep asking questions, we might be able to get some good leads.
Oh, come now. Don't be sad. Life is all about optimism. Oh, that reminds me. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Huh?
What?
I don't think that's the kind of question we're supposed to ask.
Nothing turns a frown upside down like good food. How about some macarons? I could make you some.
You didn't even take cooking as one of your skill proficiencies.
That's not necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef. Besides, I'm not really a fan of sweets.
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't like sweets. You're really starting to remind me of this one friend of mine.
Oh.
Hey, did she just... me?
Clorian must have broke character for a second.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe you can think of something.
Oh my gosh.
The results of insight checks aren't disclosed to the players, so I'll be the one consulting the phaetometer. You recall all the lessons you've learned in your time and begin to carefully observe the woman's mannerisms. You notice that when she's quiet, she has an empty look in her eyes, as if her thoughts have drifted to a place far, far away. And when she speaks, she often subconsciously reaches out to touch the ring on her left hand. So you noticed. That's a little embarrassing. A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently, so all the guards were dispatched to fight them.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is that my husband was dispatched to fight them 3 days ago.
Do you know where he was sent?
It all happened so fast. When we said our goodbyes, he couldn't even tell me where they were sending him.
You have our thanks, friend. We'll find and defeat those monsters as soon as possible. We sincerely hope your husband will be able to return to your side soon.
Oh, thank you.
Don't worry. We'll find him. Just try to remain optimistic and wait for good news. We don't always get to choose what happens to us. But we do get to choose the little things, like what we eat and how we respond to the things life throws our way. I hope that one day, you too will recognize the power of something as small and inconsequential as a delicious dessert.
Honestly, yeah.
I'll do my best. You bid farewell to the woman, and continue your journey further into the city.
We just need a really small dude named Sam Smorkle around so that we can bother him. That would make this a truly authentic D&D experience.
As you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
Kill him.
Although he doesn't seem very friendly.
Pardon me, sir.
Sorry?
I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How about this much?
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar? You can't even buy half an onion with that amount.
Surely an onion can't be that expensive, right?
What do you know? War is nearly upon us. Everything costs several times what it did before. If you're not gonna buy anything, then scram.
Whoa, what a nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something?
Persuade him. I'm not so sure I like what that would entail. Furina, I don't think Furina would help us very much. No offense, Furina. So, Linny, you're up.
Okay, while everyone is talking, I secretly use my magic props to summon a bottle of wine without the merchant noticing.
Yes! Haha.
We meant no offense, sir. Here, allow me to offer you this bottle of vintage wine, made only from the finest grapes. I'll just leave it here. Please, enjoy it at your leisure. I should mention that this wine is the perfect accompaniment to a meal. I'd suggest enjoying it with dinner.
Accompaniment. I don't think I've ever heard that.
All right. Go on and ask. What do you want to know?
Do you have any information on the monsters or the crisis that has overtaken the kingdom?
Crisis. If you ask me, there's a crisis everywhere you look. Those monsters are camped outside the city, and they've been destroying all our trade routes. We have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues, we're all gonna be in big trouble.
Wait, you're saying no one has put a plan in place to distribute supplies or maintain order?
We could all starve and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even break a sweat. Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
That sounds so
That is
familiar,
concerning.
honestly.
Thank you, sir. We won't take up any more of your time now.
Hey, why did you leave in such a hurry?
Well, you see, that bottle of wine was just a cardboard prop.
Should we try to go somewhere with more people?
Oh, How about the city square? Follow me.
Hi, Mondstadt.
Before you lies the city's central square. You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low. He doesn't seem to notice your approach. Still immersed in his own thoughts, he shakes his head and lets out a long sigh.
This guy seems promising enough. Maybe I can get some information out of him.
Put on a show, Farina.
Hello, sir. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Breakdance.
Wait, you're...
I'm...
Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marashose hunter!
You recognize us? Ah, are you one of the people who wrote the commission letter?
Yes, yes! Oh, I didn't expect you to actually come. Oh, what great news! The city is saved!
What happened here?
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be free of monsters. The first Marashose hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, he was the one who drove them back. However, monsters have once again surrounded the city. Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its power. Or perhaps an evil sorcerer has been meddling in our affairs. All I know for sure is that their return has stripped the city of any chance at peace.
Are there not enough soldiers to drive them out?
I'm afraid of
It's
talking.
not a question of numbers. The guards simply have no idea how to deal with them. Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marashose hunters anymore. When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how the Marashose hunters drove back the monsters. So, on the off chance that something might come of it, I decided to reach out to you. To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were just tall tales. But now that I've seen you in person, I finally know that it was true!
Well, you can rest easy, friend. The righteous and formidable Marashose hunters are on the case.
The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His eyes begin to well with tears of relief.
Still, if we are going to hunt the monsters, we need to know where to find them. Can you give us any leads?
All I know is that the area outside the city is dangerous. I'm afraid I can't point you toward a specific location. Oh, although, if you leave the capital through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into a group of guards. They might know more about where to find the monsters.
I see. We'll go look for them then.
All right, be careful. Oh, and one last thing. The monsters outside the city are just part of the problem. There are evil sorcerers inside the city as well, so be on your guard. They're actively working with the monsters, and have corrupted the court ministers with malicious magic. They're the reason why, even inside the city, everything has been a giant mess. Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure, interested in nothing but enacting laws that exploit the people. Who knows how much longer we'll be able to go on like this.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up?
Farina, bless him with your beautiful voice.
Huh? Like, now? Is this really the right time?
I appreciate your kindness, but for now, it's more important to focus on the crisis at hand. Brave hunters, I leave the future of this kingdom to you.
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need solving, right?
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city and take down the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
But which problem should we tackle first?
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time and discuss what you want to do. Let me know when you've made your decision.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well, Clarin said the script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life Marushosei hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but there are definitely some similarities. Would you like to hear more about it?
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the hunter's history before, but it was all in passing.
Paimon wants to know too! The hunters were super powerful, right? Were they all from a special line of supernatural beings or something? Kinda like the yokai in Inazuma?
No. All Marashosei hunters were ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set them apart were the special sword techniques passed down over the centuries.
Huh? So you mean anyone could become a Marashosei hunter?
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous training and master the swordsmanship techniques required to fight the monsters. Still, most people dropped out at the early stages, and others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person. To become a hunter, you must be strong in both body and mind.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly? Oh, and the evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life too?
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Remuria.
Remuria.
After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear, intent on obstructing humans from establishing a
I
new
actually
social
cleared
order.
the Remuria
One of
quest,
the
so
ancient
sadly I
sorcerers
can't
of
do that
Remuria
again.
used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems. He sought to use that force to establish himself as king.
Now wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him yet. So, why don't you talk about someone else for now?
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then... How about Casiodor, the Golden Hunter? Or Egeria, the ex-Hydro Archon?
Wait, but those people are all from a super long time ago. Where did you learn all this, Clarin?
From my master.
Huh. By master, you mean Miss Petronia?
Oh, is someone you know?
Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends. Back in the day, she would often bring Clorand over to play, but then...
Let's not get off topic. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Responding to Egeria's call,
Oh yeah,
a
'cause
number of warriors
I believe
followed
Clorand
Casiodor
had
into
to
battle against the
kill her.
monsters.
Clorand killed her dad.
This group of warriors,
But
under
it's
Casiodor's
complicated.
leadership, became known as the Marashosei Hunters. Yet, as Fontaine entered an era of peace, their work gradually became obsolete. The Marashosei Phantom, originally an association made up of hunters, eventually came to be predominantly comprised of Melusines.
Ah, I see. That explains why most of the people in the script have forgotten the hunters or think of them as nothing more than a legend.
Is that really a bad thing, though? It can get tough always being the one shouldering everyone's expectations.
Oh.
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. If the name of the organization no longer commands respect, investigative work is bound to suffer.
Fiorina knows that
Speaking
very
of
well.
investigations, which problem should we tackle first? Monsters or evil sorcerer?
I vote monsters. That's the main duty of the hunters, right? We can come back to the sorcerer later.
Well said, Miss Farina. Plus, if the sorcerers really are the masterminds behind this whole thing, defeating the monsters could give us some clues on their intentions as well.
What about you, partner? What do you think? I mean, you're not wrong. But those characters are usually the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes. More often than not, they're very formidable opponents. Going after them now might be jumping the gun a little bit. We don't want a total party kill on the first day, right? With Clorand as the GM, I wouldn't rule out the possibility. Then it's settled. Let's go hunt some monsters.
All right. After some discussion, you decide to turn around and head out of the city.
I'm loving this. I love it so much. I'm afraid of talking during cutscenes because I don't want you guys to be annoyed by me.
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
You there! Outsiders, halt!
Who's there?
An armored man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build and a determined expression in his eyes. Just one look, and you can tell he's fought in his fair share of battles. Although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, his uneven gait and the sweat dripping down his forehead make it obvious that he's been wounded and is in serious pain. I'm the captain of the guard. I saw you sneaking around the city earlier, so I'll only ask this once. State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Wow, it's been a while since someone's been this suspicious of us.
I said talk, not whisper between yourselves.
Have you ever heard of the Marchese Hunters?
Marachose hunters? Ha! That fairy tale, you mean? What, you expect me to believe you're one of them?
Yeah, let's do a medicine check. Awesome.
Using your knowledge of medicine, you're able to deduce that the injury on his calf was a monster's doing, and the wound has already begun to fester. As you check him over, he looks at you with suspicion and retracts his injured leg further back.
I'm a doctor by trade. Please let me redress your wound. You don't have to suffer like this.
The man appears somewhat disgruntled at having been exposed, but soon relents and raises his leg for you to take a better look. He allows you to apply a poultice of specialized medicine to the wound, and it appears to bring him much relief. The tension in his brow eases. All right. Guess you lot might actually be real Marachose hunters after all. In any case, you've successfully treated my wound. So, what do you want to know?
Do you know where we can find the monsters, or the other guards who are fighting them?
He informs you of the various locations where monsters have appeared. He looks in that general direction with a pained gaze, as if a thin, invisible thread is pulling on his wound. Some of our new recruits have never even dealt with a petty thief, and now they're out there fighting monsters. If it weren't for this cursed leg.
Oh, please, sir. Don't get too worked up. You need to focus on your recovery. Just leave the monsters to us. We're Marchose hunters after all.
Hearing you say that, a glimmer of hope flashes in his eyes. But it disappears almost as quickly as it came. Those monsters aren't easy to deal with. But if you insist on going, I won't stop you either. I just hope all the guards will be able to come back to their families alive. I wish you the best of luck.
Oh, yeah, like I said, I'm scared of talking during
We saw what the
cutscenes.
captain said. The monsters should be right up ahead. Let's go. Hopefully we're not too late.
Because it annoys me when people talk during cutscenes, and I don't want to do that to you guys.
As you approach the battlefield, you see numerous people lying by the side of the road. They appear to be dressed like guards. Their faces are filled with desperation and terror. Some are screaming and cursing in vain, as if still trying to banish the monstrosities they saw from their minds.
Man, there are things in these costumes that I did not notice before. Like, I keep thinking I'm tripping, to be honest. Because, like, you know, because, like, when you raise the graphics settings and everything, it like, reveals hidden details on the character models, too. And it's just like, wow, wee, chihuahua. Bow, chicka, wow, wow, chicka, wow, wow. And it's just like, wow. Hi, Lenny. Like, goodness me. Everybody's so fine.
A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief. Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back, they yell.
No. Oh, hey, swords.
This is the place he mentioned, right?
You see broken iron swords scattered all around you, and downed trees riddled with terrifying claw marks. All the signs point to one thing. A truly devastating battle just took place here.
Be on your guard, everyone. The monsters might still be around.
Before you can finish your sentence, you hear